Hello and welcome to another HSMA exercise solution video. Today we're going to be going through the first exercise from Python Programming Part 2, that's session 1F of HSMA 6, and these are a couple of exercises that give us a little bit of a chance to practice writing functions. Now, what we're going to kick off by doing is creating a function named colorCompChecker, which is going to take two inputs, a name and a favorite color. The function is then going to check whether the user and the computer have the same favorite color. Now, functions are a really handy little thing that allows you to create reusable chunks of code that are good at doing one specific thing. There might be lots of steps involved in doing that specific thing. You might even call multiple functions within another function to do one more complex specific thing. But in general, what it is creating a more reusable, flexible bit of code that we can perhaps call multiple times or reuse in a different file and so on. So the way we define a function is we use this def keyword. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I want to make a new function and I'm going to call it color comparison checker. And actually, I don't really need to call it func. We know that it's a function. And I've got this open bracket and close bracket, which we can just have a function that will do something like print I'm a function to compare colors. Now, I'm going to quickly select my Python kernel so that we can actually run some code. Now, if I run this, you'll see that precisely nothing happens. This is because we haven't called our function. We haven't said, actually, now that I've created this function, please can you run it for me? So what we need to do is we need to write in color comparison checker. We still need our two little brackets. This just tells it basically this is a function and I want you to actually run it for me. And I'm going to click press play again. And this time you can see we've had a printout. I'm a function to compare colors. Now, it's not being particularly good at comparing colours right now because we haven't given it any of the logic to do that. So what have we been asked to do? We've been asked to take in two inputs to our function, a name and a favourite colour. So we're going to have inside our brackets name and favourite colour. Now, what can we do with these? So we are going to, when we now pass in the variables, we're going to pass them in and do something with them. So for now, what have we been asked to do? We're going to be printing a message that greets our user and confirms, oh, didn't want to make a markdown cell there, what their favourite colour is. So back to our old friends, the F strings. I'm going to create a new F string, which allows me to combine text and Python variables. And I'm going to say, hello, name, I've heard your favourite colour is favourite colour. Now, I'm being a little bit cheeky. I've gone over the 80 character line here, but we won't worry about that just for now. So, colour comparison checker. When we run this now, we're going to get an error. And that's because we've been told we're missing two required positional arguments, name and favourite colour. All this means is we haven't provided a value for name or for favourite colour. Now, there's a couple of ways we could do this. We could say, actually, I want my name variable to be sunny, and I want favourite colour to be blue. Now, what I then need to do is go name variable and favourite colour. I'm actually going to call this favourite colour variable just to make it a bit more distinct. So favourite colour variable. Now, if I run this, I could go, hello Sammy, I've heard your favourite colour is blue. So we're now we're getting this name variable that we've defined and our favourite colour variable that we defined passed into our function. There's a couple of different things we could do though. What happens if I mess up and I pass in favourite colour variable first and name variable? Well, we get hello blue, I've heard your favourite colour is Sammy. Last I checked, I wasn't a colour on the standard colour wheel. So how could we avoid making this mistake? Well, we could type in name equals name variable, and then we could type in favorite color equals favorite color variable. If I run this again now, you can see that we've made it a little bit more explicit that we're passing name variable to name, and we're passing favorite color, the favorite color variable. Now the great thing is, if we swap these round in there and run it again, you can see that even though the variables are switched like we did before when the message came out wrong and said hello blue, well, that hasn't happened this time because we've explicitly said that favorite color should be the favorite color variable. It's matching them up a bit more kind of clearly. Now this is a really good reusable thing to do. The other lovely thing we could do is we could actually just get rid of these variables entirely. And I'm going to say my favorite color is blue again. And then I'm going to say this time my name is Bob. If I run this again, hello Bob. And Bob's favourite colour is also blue. Let's say actually that Bob's favourite colour is pink. There we go. So you can see again we've managed to specify what we haven't had to pass in a variable. We have just passed in the information the function needs directly to the function. Take this even further. We can go Bob and purple. Let's call this Jenny. And we will run this again, and you can see that we've got hello Jenny, I've heard your favourite colour is purple. Now this means all we're doing is matching up the arguments directly. Again, it's looking and going, oh okay, the first thing you've passed me is Jenny, well that must be name because that's the first variable, that's the first argument that I'm expecting. And then the second thing you're passing me is purple, so that must mean your favourite colour is purple. So we're not doing any comparison checking at the moment, but we'll leave Jenny and her purple in there for now so that we can start doing some other things. So what do we want our function to do? Specifically we're being asked for the function to print a message, which we've done. Now we want to set up a list of colours. So I'm going to set up colour list. And actually we haven't really been told what colours to include, so I'll just include some of the old favourites. Have I missed anything crucial? Orange, green, let's go indigo. Violet, I think we're kind of starting to, and why not? There we go. So what we will then do, we've set up this list of colours, and we're going to randomly pick a colour as the computer's favourite colour. So computer fave. Well, let's use this variable that it's suggesting. I think it's doing that because I also have the solution code available on my computer. So computer favourite colour, and we are going to, well, we need to go back a few steps, and we need to, I'm going to do this in a separate code cell because it's a little bit more efficient to only do it once. We need to import the random library. Now remember, the random library is one that comes actually pre-packaged with Python. It doesn't actually need to be installed, pip installed, anything like that. It's just not loaded in by default every time you open up a new Python script because it wouldn't be very efficient. But what we can now do is go random choice colour list. Now if I hover over random.choice, it will tell us a little bit more about what this does. Choose a random element from a non-empty sequence. And we're only given one variable that we can actually pass into this sequence. So we will pass in our colour list. We can't choose more than one, for example. There might have been another variable that we could specify to say, actually, I only want one choice, I want three choices. Looks like this random.choice function just gives us one answer back. Let's check that. Let's print the computer, so we will actually want to do this, print a message confirming the computer favourite colour. I'm the computer, my favourite colour is computer favourite colour, and I made that an F string. Right, let's see what we get. So, hello Jenny, I've heard your favourite colour is purple, I'm the computer, my favourite colour is violet. If we run this again, we get the computer changing what its favourite colour is. Let's add a full stop there just for neatness. So we've managed to get a random colour. Now all we need to do is check whether the user's colour and the computer's colour match. If they do, then we get a message and we return a value. So this means that when we returning a value just means that when we run a function, it spits something out that we can save and reuse. So if I actually now go result equals color comparison checker, at the moment, if I then try to print the result is result, what we'll see is that result is none. That's because we're not returning anything from the function. We're not telling the function to pass something out that we can save and reuse elsewhere. So what am I going to do about that? I am going to, well, first I'm actually going to check whether the user's colour and the computer's colour match. So if, where were we, favourite colour is equal to computer favourite colour, then we will print, wow, that's my favourite colour. We like the same colour. If it's not, we'll just have an else. So if this isn't true, then it must mean that they're not the same. Print, we don't like the same. Actually, we just don't print anything. Actually, we just return false. And we will also return true here. So now, hello Jenny, I've heard your favourite colour is purple. We're still getting this print statement. We're still getting this print statement as well, what the computer's favourite colour is. And the result here is false. Now, hopefully, if we keep running enough times, then eventually the computer and Jenny will have the same favourite colour. So, yep, computer now likes purple. Jenny's favourite colour is purple. We get this print message and we get that the result is true. Now, I'm going to tell you something important about functions. As soon as you hit one of these return clauses, then nothing else will run. So let's print, haha, you'll never see me. And let's do the same over here. So this time we have printed the same things. We're trying to run our code again and we're getting the result is false, but you can see we are never getting to our print statement. So here we've got, wow, we like the same color. This bit's run, but this bit has not run. And you can see VS Code has actually sort of faded it out, so we can never get to it. If we hover over it, it will tell us that our code is unreachable. It just means that it can never actually reach that bit of code and it will never run. So anything else we need to do, once you have the function, ask the user to input the necessary, check the returned output, and if it's true, print the message saying that they lived happily ever after. So let's get some user input. User favorite color equals input. What is your favorite color? And from that, we will then be able to pass in the user's favorite color to our argument. And let's ask the user to get their name as well. User name equals input. What is your name? And we will then if result equals true, print you and the computer lived happily. So we'll move our result up to here and we need to tell it that we want our username to and our user favorite color. There we go. So this could take us a while to actually hit the correct answer. So let's say my name is Sammy and I like blue. So we get nothing. Okay, let's run it again. Still Sammy, still like blue. Computer like violet. I should have put fewer possible answers. There we go. Hello Sammy, I've heard your favourite colour is blue. I'm the computer. My favourite colour is blue. Well, we like the same colour. And then we've managed to return our result and we've printed that the result that you and the computer lived happily ever after. Now we could take this a little bit further. We could make this second one another function but I won't show that today. But do refer back to the sample code. There is a solution notebook. Have a look at that. See if you prefer the use with the function there, and we can take it from there.